Hey, this is Al again at Chat Over Poker. I wanted to talk to you a little bit. I've gotten some noise out there about people that talk about playing cash games online versus play money online. There's a big difference, and I want to talk about them today. Chat Over Poker. Check us out. There's a big thing out there where people are trying to get into poker right now, trying to understand the game, understand the rankings, understand how everything plays out, or you might be on your favorite software out there, whether that's PokerStars or MGM or FanDuels now, and you're trying to play to learn how to play the game. It's great to do, really good to do, especially if you want to learn like the positions, if you want to learn the rankings of the hands in Texas Holdem poker, things of that nature. Really good to do. But the problem is you don't get a real feel for what it's like to actually play poker, whether it's online or in person. So today I just wanted to run through a quick thing where we compare the difference between real money versus play money online. And just wanted to talk a little bit about it and go through it a little bit. Now, if you've ever sat down at a free online poker table, you already know the vibe. People are like shoving all in and they got like a 2-7 offsuit for every single hand. And it makes it really difficult to understand how the game of Texas Hold'em is played online. So you find yourself in a situation where a person has a 2-7 offsuit, they go all in, and you got aces, you go all in, and here they flop 2s and 7s and come up with a full house while you're sitting here and your aces get cracked. That's because online they really don't care. What happens is the people for the non-cash online games, they don't have any skin in the game. Not like other people might do when you go online and you're playing and you pay money for it. You got some skin in the game. You want to win. You want to be able to take away from that cash play. You want to be able to take away some cash. Or if you're playing a tournament, you want to win the freaking tournament. I won a couple myself online, which are fun. But what really gets you is when you go to play, like sometimes I've gone online to check out the free play just to see how the software is or how that company has everything set up. And sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. There's one in particular I can mention, World Series of Poker. Everybody knows about it. They have a free game, and they also have a cash type of game where you play online. A little bit different, but between the two, if you're playing both of them from the same, if you're playing both, you're playing the cash game versus the free play game, you'll find that the play is different. So in poker terms, sometimes we refer to games as being soft. That means people are, betting and stuff. But I don't even know how to put it. In the non-cash games, it's really, really tough to learn the game and how to play it and understand your opponents in a lot of ways. Really, the reason why is because, really, like I said, they've got no skin in the game. I mean, it's fun. Don't get me wrong, it's fun. But if you treat free play poker like you do when you're playing cash or a tournament for cash, you're gonna lose your butt. You're gonna lose your bankroll. So it's important to understand that. That's the first thing. So the non-pay versus the pay or the money games, I've done both. I like them both. I really don't play many free games anymore. I play mostly pay games, and here where I'm located in Michigan, it's actually legal. So we have a few casinos here I can go to and actually play some Texas Hold'em with 1-2 and things like that. So it's been pretty convenient for me. One of the things I want to talk about is the fear of risk. So basically, it's the economics of it, not the fear of risk, but the economics of risk. You get the obvious thing. In a play for money game, chips are not infinite. So if you put $100 in on a game and you're playing, that's all you got is that $100. But in a non-cash game, you can revamp it. You might be able to pay up $10 and get like 1 billion chips or whatever. But it really doesn't teach you much of anything. If you really want to learn how to play the game, use the free play or the non-cash sites to learn your rankings of the hands, whether a straight beats a full house or whatever the case may be, so that you can learn the rankings and understand that. and you can learn how to play it. So you'll get used to clocks, the time clock, because almost every online game that I've been on has some type of time clock, whether it's a quicker one or a slower version of it. It'll get you used to that. So if I were playing or getting ready to play free online Texas Hold'em poker, that's what I look at. I look at it from the standpoint of understanding the rankings of the hands in terms of where the hands rank in the winning hands, and understanding the play clock itself. You may be able to use it if you want to kind of figure out your percentages, like understanding like what's the likelihood of you hitting a flush when you've got so you got two clubs, and then you want to see what you can kind of use it for that, but I wouldn't use it much for that at all, because really trying to use the math really doesn't work with free games, because people are there, as an old term my mom used to use, like willy-nilly. They just there, and they on their lunch break, and they just go all in. I gotta go. Yeah, they got no skin in the game, and they got nothing to lose. So like I said, when it comes to strategy, like GTO, if you're playing that type of strategy, GTO is out the freaking window when it comes to online non-cash games. Nobody's paying attention to anything. They're all just looking at the game, and they'll stay in to the end. You have a few serious players on there, but in my personal experience, I haven't seen many. So even if I play a cash game online and the blinds are 1 and 2 cents, that person cares more about that 1 and 2 cent because they've got dollars up to lose than the person that has nothing. It wouldn't seem that way, but you'll get a better understanding of how a person plays and things like that. And then the other thing too, for a lot of the online casinos that do Texas Hold'em poker, you can rank people that you play against. I know when I play online here in Michigan, there are several people that I play against that I played against before. So I keep a note for myself in terms of how they play, if they are a tight player, if they're a loose player. I just keep a mental note, not a mental note, but an actual note itself that it allows me to keep online. And on some of the sites that I'm on, it'll actually pop up and they'll show a certain color, and I can refer back to the notes that I typed in before. So that's one of the biggest advantages for me, especially for a cash type of payment. So when it comes to cash versus non-cash, when it comes to Texas Hold'em poker, you just got to pay attention to it. You won't learn much about your players with the non-cash, but you will learn a lot when it comes to cash. So remember, if you're out there and you want to learn the game of poker, just the nuances of very quick stuff, the free play or the non-money games where you don't put any money up are fun for that. The rankings, understanding the speed of a clock and things of that nature, those type of things, and getting used to the play overall. And then when you transition to a cash game, I suggest go with like a 1 cent, 2 cents, something very little where you put like $2 or $3 in, and you just play like you're gonna treat the $1 or $2, $1 to $3 like it's $1 to $300 or $1 to $3,000 as you're betting. Think of it that way. Even though you will have the higher you go up in terms of the blinds and the big blinds and small blinds in terms of what's there in the structure, the higher you go up, you'll find players that are a lot more serious about their play. So you'll find that GTO will work a little bit better at a, say, $100, $200 blind and big blind and small blind than it will with a 1 or 2 cent big and small blind. But the 1 and 2 cent players are usually your new novice players that are just playing around, checking it out, seeing what's going on, and usually the games are a little bit softer. When you get to the 1 or 200, it's pretty tough. It gets to be a lot harder to try to trick people and fool people. You have to really be careful. And I mean, like, you still have good players and things like that, so it does vary. And it's the closest I've come to actually being in a casino and actually playing itself. So, let me know, which do you prefer? Do you prefer to online play for free, or would you prefer to play online for cash? And in your area, do they offer these options for you? This is Al again at Chat Over Poker. Let me know below. Hey, you know what? Like, share, comment. I'm just trying to grow a channel here, trying to get people to understand the game of Texas Hold'em poker. And if you're out there and you want to play, maybe I'll see you on the felt. What up, though?
Yeah.